Welcome to The Longlist, a podcast where we celebrate movies and other pop culture through the storied art of rankings. There are no wrong answers, no bad opinions, and hot takes are always encouraged. I'm Josh Muller. With me, as always, is my brother Jack Muller, and this episode is all about the movie, The Rock.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our guy Mikey Bay.
This is a big hell yeah movie. This was only his second feature film. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I figured it would be. I actually didn't look at his filmography, but I was like, I bet this is one of the first.
Yeah, I mean, I just figured he probably did. His first movie was Bad Boys. So it's like he just started off with a bang.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you'd like to reach out to us, the longlistpodcast@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. First things first, we've talked about it a lot in the past few weeks, leading up with the Spielberg podcast, and then it didn't come up last week in our wildcard episode because even though we had seen it by the time we recorded that episode, by the time we'd seen it, so even though it came out Tuesday after Disclosure Day, we had already recorded the episode. So this is our first chance to give our reaction to Disclosure Day, Jack, the movie that we've been kind of dancing all around these past couple weeks. So you saw it. I saw it. We both saw it opening night. Mm-hmm. You saw it in IMAX, right?
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
Pretty good. What did you think of the movie?
I liked it.
You liked it?
I've been stewing on it actually since I saw it, which is a good sign.
Yeah.
I think I really want to see it again because I think I did what I kind of a Jack bad habit thing where I'm like writing the movie as it's going along. And I think I was like off on some things and maybe a little confused. And there were stretches where I was like, I don't know if this is totally working. Then there are other stretches. I mean, there's like 4 banger set pieces, action set pieces. And then by the end of it, the way they wrapped it up, they really landed the plane, in my opinion. And then I was like, oh, okay. I get what we're going for here. I think I was thinking a little too hard about it as it was going.
Well, you told me afterwards that you were thinking some certain things, and I'm like, wow, that's just, you just like deciding that, and then if it doesn't happen, that is a very Jack thing, where you like make up your mind about something, and then it's not what it is, and then all hell breaks loose in your brain.
Right. But they present some of the information a little interesting. There's like heavy exposition on things that I don't feel like we need exposition on. And then like there is no exposition for kind of like what Josh O'Connor and Emily Blunt are going through.
Yeah, and no real like payoff to that,
well,
I guess. I mean, so we don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen the movie, even though this is going to be, by the time this episode is out, the movie's going to be out for 2 weeks. Still, that's close enough to we want to be careful where we don't want to spoil some things. I like the movie too. I thought it was very good. I really had a good time. It was really fun because I went to see it with my family, and particularly Lillian, my daughter, who's about to be 13, and this is her first time experiencing a new Steven Spielberg movie in the theaters. We have seen Jaws in the theaters. She's seen that a bunch. Doesn't really count. This is the first time, and generations of kids have grown up and have had the chance to go see really like a totemic Steven Spielberg movie throughout his career in the theaters. Now, you could argue the past 20 years or so, he's done some more serious things, or that the quote unquote kid appropriate movies aren't as good. That's an argument I actually particularly agree with. But still, we've all seen the movies, we've all grown up with them, and people, that our parents now grew up with all these movies and they're showing them to their kids. So it was really fun seeing her react to a new Steven Spielberg movie in the theaters in real time, and she loved it. She was on cloud nine. So that really helped my experience a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. I didn't love it quite as much as I was hoping to, but it was still good. Like you said, the set pieces were great. And the emotional, quote unquote, Spielbergian heartstring moments hit for me. I could see where they might not hit for some people because...
No, they hit for me.
Yeah.
I got choked up.
Yeah, me too. It was very effective. But this is a movie where you have to just accept that Steven Spielberg believes in aliens. And
That's literally the whole movie.
yeah, it's the whole movie. Yeah, and I think most people should know what they're getting into. Um, it's not like he hasn't covered this territory before, but I don't think everyone is going to be able to make the same leap as everyone, and that's fine.
Yeah. Well, that being said, so I saw this with my buddy Drew, who was on the pod. Go check out the Scores episode. And
Yeah,
he
Scores episode.
is he's not one of the anti Spielbergian, but he's definitely very attuned to the things that the people who are anti Spielbergian are attuned to, like
Right.
the exposition and the things like that. So he wasn't as like gung ho going into it. And honestly, when we left the theater, he was more positive than I was. I was like, I don't know if I totally understood that movie, like as we were going through it, like until the end. And he was like, he was down.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah. So we got to talk it out, and then things kind of rang more clear in my mind.
Yeah, we immediately went on Letterboxd and started reading negative reviews of it just to see what everybody says. And all the things that people are saying, I kind of agree with. Only the parts that were positive for me really worked. And if those don't work for you, then the movie's probably not going to work. You mentioned exposition. That was one of my big things about the movie. It's kind of set up like an espionage thriller in structure, which I'm usually down with. But they do exposition a lot while not explaining a lot, which is
yes,
both.
that was my point from before. Kind of.
Yeah, because you're right. They do kind of leave a lot to be desired on the what's going on, but at the same time, there are definitely just several scenes where a character sits down another character and explains what's happening,
and it's usually Josh O'Connor and sorry, I don't know the actress's name right now.
And his girlfriend in the she was great, by the way. I'll pull her up her name. Well, you pull up her name because I'm going to finish my thought. But yeah, usually I'm pretty, I don't know, averse to just info dump exposition, and this had some of that. And honestly, because of the structure, the espionage-esque structure, I felt we could have done with less exposition. Like, I kind of want to be confused in this beginning part of the story. And then Coleman Domingo, who was wonderful, his character kind of exists just to provide exposition.
Yeah, right.
So that part was a little bit,
even though I liked
it. Getting Coleman Domingo to read those lines, it really helps out your case, because he's
100%.
Really holds the screen well.
He has one of the best set pieces in the movie.
Yes, he does.
Awesome.
Yeah,
just
it was
so
super
awesome.
cool.
Her name is Eve Hewson.
Right. Okay. Great. I looked up what I'd recognized her, but I hadn't seen her in a whole bunch of stuff. And then there was a couple other just small things about actual tangible, blocking of scenes. And I don't want to give anything away. I'll just say that these characters get into sticky situations often and seem to very easily and possibly not plausibly get out of those situations. Like I would prefer, I don't know how to, I don't want to, off mic, I'll tell you what I'm thinking about. But I would prefer them use some of the, it's tough to talk about it without giving any spoilers. I wish the characters would use some of their skills more to get out of their situations rather than things seemingly like.
Well, Emily Blunt does.
Yeah, at the end, you're talking about, right?
No, when she first goes into work, they'll want her.
Yeah.
She's not getting out of.
Right. Well, she does get out of
something, but she's
in the middle of the movie. She gets Josh Connor out of a situation,
yeah. Right.
Which was almost not. That almost lost me. But I don't want to give too much away. I want to be clear. I liked the movie. It wasn't like it didn't blow me away, but certain few set pieces blew me away.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it this way: we always do a top 10 of the year. If this movie's on my top 10 of the year at the end of the year, I will be a little surprised. I'll say it like that. And that's just because we've had some good films come out this year, and you and I have looked at the slate and have hinted at some of these movies coming out, and I would assume that we're going to have at least 4 or 5 more really good, like possibly favorite movie of the year movies. And that's before you get into all the smaller awards race movies. So
yeah, I think I guess I agree with that. I think the second watch is going to be very telling.
Yeah, I agree.
Because on the second watch, if I'm just having a great time and don't care about all those things,
then
because I know what's going to happen, and I can just,
we're back and we're in.
Then it's going to be a rewatchable sort of.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't remember.
Would you give it on Letterboxd?
I didn't rank it. I would give it a 3.5.
That's what I gave it. All right, we're in line.
Emily Blunt was great, also.
Well, yeah, that's a good thing to say. Maybe her best work.
Might be getting Best Actress nomination. I'm just going to put that out there.
Wouldn't be surprised. She's gotten a lot before. I don't know about a lot, but she's been nominated before, and oftentimes for roles where I'm like, that's, huh?
And everybody loves her.
Everybody loves her. Yeah, she's great. Always on the press tour. But yeah, I feel like some of her nominations of the past have been like, that's interesting. Not like bad, but just interesting. And this one, she was very good. Okay, next item up on the docket. Last week, you did top 5 plane crashes. And in the moment, I was trying to do mathematics in my head to find out some more plane crashes. But, we're moving along. We got a podcast to do, and I just couldn't think of them. So I sat down. I did 5 more plane crashes that I think are awesome.
Wow. Okay.
These are not ranked, and there's more after this. So here we go. 5 more. The Gray with Liam Neeson.
Yeah. I thought about that one.
Have you seen that movie?
I've seen at least that part. I've seen the beginning of it.
If anybody out there hasn't seen The Gray, but they know it's about wolves and Liam Neeson, just know that that's the movie. Like you're getting in for what you sign up. And it's awesome.
It's Taken without the daughter and instead wolves.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And in the snow. Number 4, Sully. Pretty good plane crash scene. I've never seen the movie, but I have seen the plane crash on YouTube.
Really?
It came up on my algorithm. I was like, wow, maybe I should watch this movie. It's our guy Clint Eastwood directed it.
Yeah.
And Tom Hanks and Aaron Eckhart. I just kind of feel like, wait, we made a whole movie about this? I just want to watch the plane crash.
Yeah. To me, Sully is just Flight, except without Denzel and nobody's drunk.
Nobody's drunk. Yeah, Flight's great. But anyway, Sully's good. Air Force One, sick.
Thought about it. Does the plane crashes?
Yeah, crashes in the ocean. And that guy flies out the window. Huh?
How do they get off?
I feel like I haven't seen it in a long time, but I feel
it's like a plane full of people.
No, I know, but they only save a few people, and I feel like they get them off for another plane. They attach them to like a
wait, like a bunch of people die in the plane crash?
No, throughout the movie with the Russian terrorists shooting everybody up.
Huh. I guess I got to rewatch that movie.
There's just not that many people left, by the time.
Because everybody dies? It's that violent?
Yeah, there's not that many people on the plane.
On Air Force One?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of guards.
It's the biggest plane.
There's a bunch of guards and the president and his family and like a couple chief of staff. And yeah, a lot of them get killed. Including our guy William H. Macy gets shot in the chest.
Tough beat.
Yeah. And then one of the bad guys, the guy that betrays them, I forget who it is. Oh, actually, I don't forget who it is. Well, he's one of those guys, but I'm going to explain what he's in, and nobody's going to know what I'm talking about. But he's Daniel Caffey's boss in no, he's Daniel Caffey's boss in A Few Good Men.
He's a boss.
And he's also the guy that sleeps with Al Pacino's wife in Heat. And he's also the guy, he was in that show 24. I forget who he played in that. I feel like he was the boss of Jack Bauer in 24, but I could be wrong. He's like, you recognize him.
Is he in The Rock?
He is not in The Rock. That would have been a good segue, though.
Well, the boss in 24 is in The Rock.
I know he's in 24. I don't remember. I haven't seen 24 since it came out. Not the president.
So it's not the guy at the beginning of The Rock in the lab defusing the bomb.
Oh, it is that guy. He is in The Rock. What a great segue. I forgot about that part. Yeah, that's right. He's in The Rock.
Everybody is in The Rock. We're gonna get to it. Every single actor is in The Rock.
We got a segment.
Michael Bay got every single actor ever to be in
Why
The
was I
Rock.
talking about that? Oh, that guy's the guy that betrays. He's the guy
Harrison
on
Ford.
the end. Yeah, he betrays everybody. He's
working with the terrorists.
He's the Benedict Arnold, exactly. And he's on the plane as it crashes, and he like falls at the doorway that's open. It's pretty great.
Sick.
All right, back to my list. These are not ranked. Aliens. They think the plane that's coming down and trying to save them is all good, and they're going to get out of there. Little do they know there's an alien on the ship, and the plane crashes because it has already eaten everybody. Oh, it's so good. And then 2 more
Kind of
hours
like in
of insanity happens.
Kind of like in Jurassic Park Lost World, where the boat crashes into the pier because everybody's eating on it.
Exactly like that, except the dinosaur isn't magically put back into its cage.
Okay.
All right.
Let's
Okay.
relax.
All right. Okay. Number
Is that
one,
it?
not really number one. It's just my last one. The Edge with
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah, with the bear and Anthony Hopkins and Alec Baldwin and
Yeah, that is
I
actually a
love
pretty
that
good
movie.
plane crash scene.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that movie.
Yeah. It's really good. It's one of those just like I don't care when it's on. If it's on, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah.
Like at least half an hour of it. Also in my mortgages top 5, Becky pointed out that I left out Field of Dreams, so I'm embarrassed and I apologize on behalf of the hotel.
Now it's slipping my mind, but I definitely thought of some things from one of my lists that I didn't include.
That's why we can
not
go back
very
to
good
these.
of a story. I know. I don't have that ready.
But you did come up with that guy being in The Rock. That was incredible.
Right when you said 24, the boss of 24.
Let's look up what that guy's name is because
His name is...
I'm going to get it first. I'm not going to get it first. Man, this is a big cast. His name is Xander Berkeley. What a great name. Is that right?
Yep.
Why don't I know who this guy... I'd never
Whoa,
heard
his
that
name is
before.
George Mason in the show. Mason, like in The Rock.
Oh. Man. Okay, Xander Berkeley, shout out to you because you're one of those guys and
Your name
just
is Xander Berkeley.
you're in a whole bunch of movies and we like those movies.
Apollo 13.
All right, let's talk about The Rock.
Shanghai Noon. Terminator 2. Might come up.
He's the stepdad.
Yeah. Gets hit
Or
through the
not the
through the
stepdad,
curtain.
but the foster dad. Yeah,
Yeah,
gets it through the
gets
carton. Surprised I didn't come up with that first. People know that movie. We could have solved this issue a long time ago if I
People
would have just
know
said the foster
everything
father.
that we just said.
Yeah, but we're like Daniel Caffey's boss and A Few Good Men, and everybody's like, wait.
Yeah, that one didn't click.
Well, that was the
24,
first
though.
one that clicked
Got
with me.
I know.
24. Yeah, you were all over that. Anyway, the foster dad from Terminator 2. Everybody's seen that. Okay, Jack, the plot of The Rock. If you had not
Doesn't matter.
seen The Rock,
Okay.
let's say in a world you haven't seen it, and I read you this plot, I want to hear what word you say, stop, let's just buy tickets. An FBI chemical weapons expert and former SAS soldier turned political prisoner must break into Alcatraz prison when a rogue military group led by a renegade general take it over and threaten a nerve gas attack on San Francisco. That's an incredible plot.
So Alex hadn't seen it, and I was like, earlier today, I was just like, all right, you're gonna sit here and you're gonna watch this with me, and you're gonna like it. And as it's starting, she's like, "What are these guys doing?" And I'm like, "Yeah, they're gonna take some hostages in Alcatraz." She's like, "Why?" I'm like, I don't really remember.
It's dubious.
just they're kind
Not really
of,
sure.
Yeah, it's a little complicated.
Shaky plan.
And then it's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, so if you haven't seen the movie, they're upset about like pensions for army people and how people get taken care of in combat situations. So they decide to take 81 hostages.
Yeah, they're like
in Alcatraz.
They're like undercover people who are like mad about what happens when you're an undercover person.
You know?
It's just like
also, the general, like, I get it. You're upset about other people not getting their share. But if you're a general, Ed Harris, like, you got to be sitting fairly pretty.
I
Also,
don't know about
they're
that.
not giving the money to the people who they feel are aggrieved, they're going to keep the 80 million.
Yeah, they're keeping it for sure.
They're definitely
They're also
keeping it.
threatening to kill millions of people. So
70,000. 70,000 with the nerve gas. So not only the 81 hostages. I do too. I was like, that's a lot of people in San Francisco.
Yeah, especially when one of their first targets is Candlestick Park. I mean, that's like, I don't know, how many people does that sit?
I don't know Candlestick specific, but it's probably like 40, 50,000. In those old concrete stadiums, they were pretty big. The Coliseum's like 55,000.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know. That seems like a low estimate. Anyway, so they just seems like, what are we doing here? You know, why are we threatening to kill all these people and then keeping the money? I just, you want to be, they try to make it so you see the side of Ed Harris, but when you pull back a layer, you're like, what's going on? Come on. Also, that scene in the beginning, I think I have this later, but I'll just do it now. When he's talking to his dead wife's grave to like make recompense. Mm-hmm. I turned it on and I was like, I don't remember this scene.
Yeah.
This is pretty lame. But then they immediately pick it up when that guy's face.
That was one of the moments Alex was like, wait, so what happens? And I'm like,
don't worry about
it.
Just skip right over this. They're trying
to
make
it's going to get really fun.
I don't need reasons to like Ed Harris. Like, he's already Ed Harris. I'm going to like him. So.
Yeah. Kind of a tough hang in this one.
Yeah, but still. Every time he's like, well, I'll get to it. Endearing 90s summer blockbusters movies, Jack. This is one of them. I'm not talking like smaller movies that came out of nowhere and surprised us. I'm talking about they're putting money behind this. We are excited, and it delivers. I wrote down 15, and you tell me what I missed, and we can just, this is the 90s. These are not ranked. I just thought about it for 4 minutes and just... Here it is. Jurassic Park. We've done a podcast on it. Terminator 2, that podcast may be coming at some day. Same with The Fugitive. Heat. Probably don't need to do a podcast on that. Other people do podcasts on it. Independence Day. Mission Impossible. True Lies. Total Recall. The Matrix. Bad Boys. Speed. Die Hard with a Vengeance. Twister. Face Off. And The Rock. Those are all bangers. Except for, I'm not a huge Face Off guy, if I'm being totally honest.
Neither am I. Can I interest you in The Phantom Menace?
Yes, you can. Yes. It's a huge summer blockbuster.
Loved
it at the time.
I saw it 7 times in the movie theaters.
Yeah, it was perfect then. You go back and watch it, and you're like, woof. I don't know. But, Pod Racing, Duel of the Fates.
Godzilla.
Still great. I think you and I are like 2 of the 11 people that like that movie.
The movie's great.
Yes.
It was a huge thing.
It was a huge thing. You got anything else for me?
Those are like those are 2 that I remember seeing in the theaters.
Yeah.
The Mummy. Sorry.
Oh, The Mummy's great. Love The Mummy. I should have had that one. Good job. Mummy's awesome. Yeah, so the 90s, we just like, I feel like we did action movies different. Huh? What?
Lost World.
Yeah.
Just saying.
First half.
A lot of these that you listed, I didn't see in the theaters and wasn't necessarily online for.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose. I remember most of these, like Total Recall, that came out in 90. That was a little bit before my time. But most of the other ones, I at least remember when they came out.
Yeah.
And they were big things and awesome. I didn't see all of them in the theaters because some of them I was pretty young for, but like the later ones, just incredible. Loved it. So the 90s, wish we could go back. Not really. But I just wish we made big budget action movies all the time.
Hey, maybe we're back.
Might be. We'll find out. This could be the summer.
Odyssey,
Spider-Man. Did you see? They dropped a new Spider-Man trailer. I didn't
better than the
really
first one?
like the look of the first one.
And the second
one got me kind of juiced.
Got you a little more intrigued. I'm always down for my boy Tommy.
Me too. So I'm going to see it, but this one actually I was like, okay, I get it. This looks good. I'm excited.
Yeah, nobody liked the first trailer.
No, I thought the graphics looked bad in the first one.
Yeah.
But they look better in this one.
Look
a little more practical in those fight scenes. I was like, yeah.
Cool.
Not all. All right. This movie stars Nick Cage and Sean Connery.
Who?
Sean Connery. Yeah, right. I'm stumbling all over the place. Sean Connery, one of the biggest movie stars of all time. Obviously, James Bond. I didn't know he actually returned to James Bond years later after taking a hiatus and other people jumping in. But I looked at the filmography and I was like, what? There's like a 1982 one in there? I forget which one it is now. In my mind, he's just always been the first 5 or 6 movies. I've seen them all at some point. I did like a Bond thing young in life, but I couldn't distinguish which one from the others, except for like the really big ones. Dr. No and Goldfinger and stuff. Has a really late career run, really great late career run. That's kind of incredible. And I don't really remember him being in things before Bond or during Bond. And then all of a sudden he shows up with white hair or a white beard and no hair and rips off a bunch of bangers. Such as The Untouchables, The Last Crusade, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, one of Jack's favorite movies of all time. The Hunt for Red October. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, now underrated in my opinion. The Rock, Entrapment.
Don't know what that
Finding
is.
Forrester. Entrapment? I feel like they're like jewel thieves or something. It's with Catherine Zeta-Jones. And she has to like go under the laser beams. That was in the trailer. Remember that one as an 11-year-old or whatever, 14-year-old. Anyway, I saw it a long time ago. I don't really remember too much about it. But anyway, Finding Forrester, that's the one I never saw. Never saw that one. Just the coolest of the cool. Suave. Dare I say sexy. He's the best. Nick Cage.
Maybe I've lost my sex appeal.
Yeah.
That's a crazy line.
That's why I brought that up. Nick Cage, incredible career, Academy Award winner, one of the biggest stars of the 90s. This is an interesting intersection, like on the Venn diagram of like respected movie star actor Nick Cage and parody of himself Nick Cage. They're like right in the middle. It's like
this is like right. He's not going too far, but he's certainly not just like basic Nick Cage. Like,
no, it's a sign of things to come.
Yeah, he's channeling what he becomes later.
And we didn't know that was coming, and he's had a really interesting career. Part of that was because of financial troubles. Lost almost all his wealth, his considerable wealth, in the 2008 financial crash because he built up portfolios of real estate, along with like purchasing private islands and dinosaur bones and things like that. But now I looked into it. He didn't purchase like if I were rich, I'd probably purchase like apartment buildings and rent them out and have like money coming in every month. No. He purchased a bunch of mansions in New Orleans, castles, and like these crazy, ridiculous estates. So,
but doesn't do anything with them, like for himself.
Right. And then the market crashes and he can't afford it all. And then he, instead of filing for bankruptcy, he just does a string, like really like multiple years of not good straight to VOD movies just to pay everything off, which he now has done. And now he's bounced back again. He's been in some respectable movies. He kind of just shows, he does everything really, but he's done some interesting work, like that movie Pig. He was in Longlegs. He voices the Spider-Verse. He's going to be in that new Spider Noir show. So just a really interesting up and down career for Nick Cage. But when he's on, he's on.
Yeah. He was in like 2 movies last year that I had like heard nothing about.
Right.
That I really didn't even hear about at all.
He's just working, man. He's got to pay off those dinosaur bones. All right, first list. Things from The Rock that make you go, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So for my list, I didn't choose like the big action things. I chose like the sneaky things that I'm like, if I'm watching a movie and I don't know what's coming, this is like, it's like the lead up to the action. Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Why don't you start us off? I feel like I've been talking for a while.
Looks like I have 9 here.
Oh, sick.
The opening scene in music. Just like, hell yeah. I don't even care what's going on. Just a bunch of guys
good.
like,
very 90s like Bruckheimer, Simpson. Oh, we didn't even mention them. They're
our guy Hans.
Yeah. If you don't know,
Zimmer.
they're the I know you know, but if you're listening, you don't know, they're the producers of the film. Jerry Bruckheimer and Don Simpson, huge action movie producers. Hans Zimmer, great music. Also, I also like the slow romantic music, and I didn't know where to put this on a list or in the doc, so I'm glad you brought up the music. But the slow, like whimsical romantic music, I kind of like too.
With the like Irish pipe whistle thing. Sounds like Far and Away.
Whatever.
I love it.
It's great.
I actually have like the music on here. I have the music on here twice, just because this one is the opening scene and the music specifically, just like
right.
But then later I just have Hans Zimmer and Nick Glennie Smith. I guess they
Didn't
are
look it up.
Frequent collaborators.
Okay.
Anyways, next I got the Green Balls. I'm just like,
yeah,
careful. They look cool.
Careful.
They stand out.
They're
just essentially just like gonna kill you if you touch them. Nick Cage's physical media obsession.
Damn it! I had that on my list. The Beatles record. It's in there for no reason in the movie. It never gets brought up again.
Nope.
It's like, why are we spending time on this?
The scene after the whole poison gas scene is he's like listening to music and it's not even the record. It's just like, because obviously they couldn't get a Beatles song to put in there. Right.
It's so weird, but it was cool. And hey, physical media. Way to go. Way to go, Stanley Goodspeed.
Yeah. The baby doll omitting poison gas. Speaking of poison gas.
Well, that's good.
Hell yeah. Scary.
Hell yeah.
Eyes open up. What's about to happen?
Yeah. That was scary.
The car chase.
The car chase. Yep.
Then I got Hans again.
That made a different list for me, but...
Yeah. Well, yeah. I'm probably on like 3 of my lists. Vanessa Marcel. Hell yeah. Good job in that casting.
Yeah.
She's smoking.
She's not hard on the eyes. Not a huge movie career, but in lots of shows, including soap operas. Also, Claire Forlani looks great as well, as long as we're doing that.
Right. Jane?
Yeah. That's her name in the movie. And Carter.
When he does the fire rolly thing and the counting thing, and then he opens up the door and he says, "Welcome to the Rock."
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah. We're here. And then when Mason throws the knife at the guy and he hits the dude in the neck and he says, "You must never hesitate." As if he's been giving him lessons the whole time, but he hasn't. He
definitely has not.
Just does a little teaching moment there.
Just a little.
Good to know. Never hesitate.
A little crash course.
Good shot by him.
Yeah.
Also, the dude like sees the knife and goes, "No!" It's really goofy. It's just like, get out of the way if you have enough time to say no. That's my list.
Way to go. That was fun. All right. Here's my list. Top really 6 things from The Rock that make you go, hell yeah. When that guy pulls up and he goes, "Oh, you just fucked up your Ferrari." And he goes, "It wasn't mine. Neither is this." And it just hits him off his motorcycle. Hell yeah, Nick Cage.
Such a good moment. It's like, this has turned into a motorcycle chase.
Yeah, really good. Doesn't do a whole lot of motorcycle chasing after that. Just kind of sneaks around. So it's kind of but we had enough, I suppose.
The ending of that, we'll have to break down the ending of that car chase.
We can do it however long you want. I got all night. The Beatles record, we mentioned that. Every time Ed Harris is talking to the people in like the White House or whatever, or the War Room or wherever they are, he always says General Hummel out. And I'm like, hell yeah, Ed Harris.
From Alcatraz, out.
From Alcatraz, out. Really good. I feel like it came up when we went on that crazy National Treasure 2 rant, but every time Ed Harris is in
National Treasure 2 rant.
What?
The infamous National Treasure 2 rant.
Every time Ed Harris is in a movie, he usually gets one like hell yeah Ed Harris moment for me.
I can't 15
think of many
in this movie.
Maybe The Hours. He didn't have one in that. He's playing a different character.
Yeah, throws himself out a window. Not really hell yeah, I guess.
Hell yeah.
But it's just like, oh shit.
Number 3, when Sean Connery uses a quarter to break through the interrogation glass, sticks his head in. It's a grunge thing. So
Alex
good.
Alex left the room, and I was like, "Whoa, hold on,
Wait, wait a second.
gotta watch this next part."
When Michael Biehn tells Womack, the like main guy that hates Sean Connery's character, basically that if Sean Connery is the difference between a failed and a successful mission, then I can't remember the line and I couldn't find it. Then he goes with the team. And then Sean Connery turns to Womack. Womack, you're between a rock and a hard place. How's your bowling arm? Because he had just ripped the guy's arm out of his socket. Really good.
He actually says case. The rock in a hard case.
Does he?
Mm-hmm.
That's stupid.
He thinks he's being clever.
Maybe it's a Scottish thing.
No, I think it's because it's like they're like working on a case.
I don't like it.
Okay.
I would have corrected it. And then I had Welcome to the Rock. Hell yeah.
Nice.
That was my number one. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when I said that, you didn't react too much. I was like, oh.
That's why I didn't react too much. No, it's my number one. All right. We're going to take a break. We'll come back.
You must never hesitate.
This sick-ass movie some more. All right, we're back. Some stats for you, Jack. Budget of $75 million, made $335 million. Good job. Box office leaders of 1996.
This is crazy.
Bunch. This is crazy.
The fact that these
are all
the fact that,
bangers.
Like, 5 of these movies came out in the same year is crazy.
It's
also
insane.
I'll let you do the list, but I have some thoughts.
Okay. I'm excited to hear your thoughts. This also, again, doesn't get into like the indie or prestige awards race movies. These are just like big budget movies. Independence Day at number 1. Excuse me. Over 800 million. Twister right
almost
at $5
billion. That's crazy.
Yeah. At that time too.
Yeah.
And just those two, and Twister as well. Just amazing. Independence Day we've talked about super reverentially. I love Twister. Mission Impossible right behind it at number 3. Love that movie. That's the first one. The Rock slotted at number 4. Hunchback of Notre Dame, number 5. If that's what am I on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Hunchback of Notre Dame, number 5. That's at 325 million. That's fine. 101 Dalmatians. This one's pretty wild. 320 million for that movie. One of the first live action remakes. I don't love that movie, but we did see it a lot because we were at the right age. Ransom.
Is it a remake? Is it not a sequel?
Well,
I don't really remember.
No, it's 101 Dalmatians, just like the cartoon.
It's just like the...
Yeah, it's a remake. Then they also made a sequel to that remake called 102 Dalmatians.
102 Dalmatians.
Don't know if I saw that one. Right after Dalmatians is Ransom with with Mel Gibson and Gary Sinise. That movie is awesome. It's pretty. I rewatched it a few years back and I was like, this is darker than I remember.
Yeah, it's dark.
It's like hard to watch when they got the kid in that room with the music playing and it's like, oh, jeez.
What do you like better, Ransom or Conspiracy Theory?
I've seen Ransom more.
Yeah, Conspiracy Theory is good.
Yeah, I remember it being good, but I feel like I've only saw it once a long time ago.
The movie's dark too.
Is it? I remember he's got like a bunch of copies of Catcher in the Rye or something. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe that's something else. The Nutty Professor, kind of a forgotten, like huge movie at the time. Jerry Maguire, good job by them. 273 million, and Space Jam, 250 million. These are all bangers, minus Dalmatians and Hunchback, in my opinion. Incredible. Go ahead.
Independence Day feels like feels later. Feels like better visual effects and like feels like a later movie than The Rock. The Rock feels like a 90s movie. And obviously Independence Day is a 90s movie, so we know that. But The Rock feels a little more outdated, I would say. Maybe I'm not remembering Independence Day's special effects enough.
No,
I was
the
just
special
surprised
effects,
that it came
look good for the time, but the Rock special effects are pretty good. I think it's more of a style thing.
Mhm.
Michael Bay has a very over the top style, both in blocking and explosions and editing, and it's just he's kind of all over the place. I did think about that. This feels very 90s, but I maybe it's just hard for me to separate the two because I remember when they came out probably better than you do because you were what 5
Yeah.
and I was 10 and I was like, this is the greatest year of my life. All these movies came out.
So awesome.
Saw them all. I don't think I saw Ransom at that time. Pretty dark.
What won Best Picture that year?
1996 was The English Patient.
Movie sucks.
Yeah, it does. Actually, I have never finished it. I started it once. I fell asleep. Never finished.
I watched it with our parents.
Sounds boring.
English Patient, Fargo, Jerry Maguire's Secrets and Lies, and Shine.
Fargo. Come on.
And Jerry
What
Maguire.
was? And Jerry Maguire. Yeah, they missed the boat on that one.
Shine.
It was a big thing at the time, and I feel like maybe I'm just misremembering, but I feel like in the 90s they had the thing where these are Oscar movies and these are not Oscar movies even more than they do now. Like we talk about that all the time, and maybe I'm just misremembering or cherry picking my argument, but I really do feel like in the 90s these were Oscar movies, these were not Oscar movies.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're blending it a little bit more.
Well, there's also 10 nominations.
That's true. But like Parasite, well, I mean, Silence of the Lambs won. What the fuck do I know? All right, directed by Michael Bay, 1996, stars, get ready, Nicolas Cage, Sean Connery, Ed Harris, Michael Biehn, Vanessa Marcil, previously mentioned, Claire Forlani, previously mentioned, John Spencer, Tony Todd, William Forsythe, John C. McGinley, that guy's awesome, David Morse, and a bunch of other people. It said Jim Caviezel was in this movie, but I didn't see him. And Philip Baker Hall is in it.
Yeah.
And he's in like the very beginning and he has like 2 lines and I love Philip Baker Hall when he's in movies.
Yeah.
Just a murderer's row of people I like to see in movies.
If you watch this movie, you will recognize every single character. Essentially every single character who has a line. You won't know their names. I don't.
No, you'll know Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, but you'll be like, that's the guy
And
from
Ed
this,
Harris.
or that's the guy from this. Fucking
Tuco
Fabrizio is in
from
this.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, and Fabrizio.
Yeah, Fabrizio.
Titanic.
There it is. I knew I recognized him.
Tough beat in both of these movies.
Yep, just not a great finish.
Yeah.
Man.
Shouldn't have gone up that ladder.
It was a really bad idea. You know, there's still
He was
3 of you
told
left.
to stay by Sean Connery's side, and he didn't do that. And probably the
and
most
immediately
important
got
moment.
shot in the face.
Yeah.
So, follow your orders. We follow orders, son, or people die. There's my second A Few Good Men reference. He's a Marine too, by the way. Colonel Jessup. Screenwriters credits is all over the place. I feel like I added this late. This might not be in your doc, so get ready.
So,
David Weisberg and Douglas Cook wrote the spec script, but it was reworked several times. Jonathan Hensley participated closely with Bay, but went uncredited, and that was decided by an arbitration decision, which made Bay like really upset, and he wrote a letter to the Screenwriters Guild or whatever saying, this is ridiculous, this guy helped me out the whole time. But he's not credited on the movie. Mark Rosner and the 2 originals were credited on the movie. Dick Clement and Ian LaFrenne, don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, were brought in specifically by Sean Connery to rewrite his lines, but ended up rewriting a lot of the movie.
holy
And Quentin
shit.
Tarantino and
What?
Aaron Sorkin
What?
each took a pass at it. Each contributed. This is what's on the internet.
It's
Who knows
awesome.
if it's true?
It
Yeah.
shows. He's
It does.
great.
A lot of
really
good lines.
good. A lot of good lines.
Yep. Michael Bay clashed with studio execs, but Sean Connery followed him to a meeting in his golf clothes and stood up for Bay. So that was good. And it got nominated for Best Sound at the Oscars. Previously mentioned English Patient won. So there you go. Got another section that you're not planned for. I love it when this happens in a movie. This is the same thing I did for Master.
I thought about this.
Yeah. Well, feel free to add on. I love it when there's some sort of heist going on in the beginning, particularly when the heisters are stealing a volatile chemical weapon and the chemical weapon gets activated. One of the guys fall behind and they have to like lock him in to save the rest of the group. And they have to watch.
It's really gross.
It's super gross.
Yeah. It's just like keeps going kind of.
And that guy's just staring at him and he says, "I'm sorry." As his face is melting. It's incredible.
And then Ed Harris is like, "Keep moving, men," or something like that. He's just like,
Yeah.
we're leaving.
Sorry, leave him. Tough beat, man. Hey, that's what happens when you sign up.
Green
I love
balls.
it when characters have to defuse a bomb inside of a sealed chamber in case a chemical weapon gets exposed. And then they use cockroaches to see if the chemical weapon is strong enough.
Yeah.
And the cockroaches are exploding as it happens.
Every
time that happens in a movie, I'm in.
This scene will come up again.
I love it when there's a bunch of guys
You
in a
want me to
control room.
stick this into my heart? Are you fucking crazy?
That's the guy from High Fidelity.
I know. Everybody's in this movie.
Everybody's in this movie. I love it when there's a bunch of guys in a control room and there's one younger guy that's clearly only book smart and the rest of the dudes are just shitting all over him.
This will come up again too.
Speaker, identify
Also,
yourself.
why is the chief of staff 33 years old?
Also, 33 years old. Not
That dude's like 40.
crazy young, you know?
Yes, it is.
I mean,
being
it's-
chief of staff.
For being
To the
chief of
White
staff,
House.
but like, you know, he's in the room. They make him look like a total idiot, but it's not
we'll
like
save
he's
it.
not like 21, you know?
Yeah.
He's clearly worked.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I love it when a guy comes up to another guy when he's puking. He says, "You don't look too good. In fact, you look like shit." It's like, dude, I'm throwing up in a sink. Give me a fucking break. That made me laugh.
Also, that bathroom is gross. Alex is like, "Are they already on
super
Alcatraz?"
gross. Yeah,
I was like, "That's a good point."
it's really gross. Mutinies always work for me in movies. I love it when people have to dive into bathtubs to avoid some sort of explosion.
Yeah, good job. I clocked that. I was like, "That's what you do."
Is it though? I mean, would that work?
That's like a thing.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like you
Is
jump
it?
in a. Yeah, I think it's like a thing. You
I
jump
mean,
in
is that a
bathtub
thing or
that's-
is that a thing we've seen in movies so we think it's a thing? You know, don't look it up. I don't care that much. I'm just saying. It's just like a grenade goes off. Thank God I jumped in the bathtub. I don't know. It just seems like it wouldn't protect you that much. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And I always like it in a movie when someone is working on some super volatile and a guy's leg, a dead guy's leg keeps twitching and distracting him. That always works for me too.
in a localized indoor explosion like a gas leak or a pipe bomb. I don't know what kind of. Anyways, jumping into a cast iron bathtub and covering yourself can significantly increase your chances of surviving flying shrapnel and blast pressure.
I mean, yeah, it's, you know, putting a table in front of you would probably help, but I'm just saying.
Okay.
Just saying. Cast iron. Forgot.
It's
it was
and
made
it's
of
definitely a cast iron.
That's true. It was a claw foot. So
Mm-hmm.
that's true.
What was your number one? I wasn't paying attention.
I know you weren't paying attention. I saw
I
that.
was very interested.
I said I always love it in a movie when some guy is working on something super volatile and a dead guy's leg twitch is distracting him. That always works for me in a movie too. All right. One of the main things about this movie, we've already brought it up, is the car chase. I love it, but I have heard some people suggest that it's not as good of a car chase, which kind of made me sad.
They're
where
dumb.
do you stand on the car chase?
It's awesome.
I think it's great. I mean, it's super stylized, but I think it's great.
There are definitely some flaws. Can we do this now?
They're gonna save them. They're gonna come up.
Okay.
Top 5 car chases, Jack. We've done this before. I don't even remember. I don't know when, and maybe
hard.
I've just done it.
Yeah, I think it was just you.
So I didn't even look at my old list. I just did it again. And
I didn't
hopefully have
include
some
The
new
Rock.
ones on here.
I didn't include The Rock in my top 5, but
I did
think
not either.
I think it would.
And I did
be.
6.
Okay.
I don't think mine would be. Yeah, I think
it's tough. It's tough.
It's tough. It's really
These
tough.
are all
And,
like right there.
yeah, and like I have this ranked, but like
I know.
if you change the ranking or thought of something different, I'm sure people could think of something different. That's fine with me too. All right. Again, I've been talking for a while, so you're up.
All right. I feel like this is kind of like basic boy list, but I'm going for it anyway.
Mine's a little bit too.
Number 5, Italian Job. The Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, that didn't make my list. Good job. That's a fun
You
one.
know, it's they're in Mini Coopers. It's exactly what you signed up for.
Yeah, it's great.
Number 4, Born Identity.
I forgot about that one too. That
It's
one's great.
essentially the same one as the Italian Job, but it's
Yeah,
with,
kind of, but
it's-
it's more serious.
yeah.
And in Europe,
Mm-hmm.
car
So
chases in
Italian
Europe
Job.
always work. Is it?
It's in Italy, isn't it?
I thought they were in LA for some reason. But why would it be called the Italian Job?
I don't know. Maybe I just assumed. Number 3, Drive.
Drive. Oh man, I'm 0 for 3 right now. These are all great suggestions, and I don't have any of these.
Yeah, Drive is just a banger way to start a movie.
It's so.
I mean,
good.
that's like part of the reason why it's such a good car chase is because it's the first thing that happens, and it's awesome. Number 2, Bullet.
Bullet.
You know,
Bullet
most
was my
famous.
number 2 as well.
nice. I wonder if this will be your number 1. Mission Impossible Fallout.
Fallout. Nope, it was not.
Come on, you get 2. You get 2 for the price of 1. First off, he's in a car, and then it's just like then there's like maybe one scene in between, and then he's on a motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean it's great. That's fine, but I chose a different one.
He also like broke his ankle.
So the Mini Cooper chase happens in Los Angeles, but it is
Wow.
a lot of it's set in Italy. Yeah, I remember that too because they're like messing with the traffic lights and like because they go after Ed Norton who has gotten away, and he's like set up a house in.
I honestly think I just
Los
melded
Angeles.
Born Identity and The Italian Job together.
It's fine with me. All right, here's my list. Number 6, Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning. I love the Dead Reckoning one because there's some really funny Tom Cruise lines and it's a great car chase. And I don't think you've seen that movie.
I have.
The 6th one?
Is that the first of the? Yeah,
It's the second to last one.
yeah, I've seen it.
Okay.
Super good.
I love when he's they got their arms handcuffed together, he and Haley Atwell, and she's like driving it first because that's the way they're handcuffed. And she eventually crashes into some bikes and she's like, ugh. She's like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do it. He's like, people are chasing us. She's like, you have to drive. And he's like, oh, okay, I see what you mean. And then he gets in the car, and so he's driving with his, the other.
Yeah,
hand
they're
on.
all mixed up.
It's
a
really
good.
good.
It's a good bit.
Love
I
that
prefer
one. Okay.
the Paris.
That's valid. Number 5, Gone in 60 Seconds with Eleanor, the Mustang.
Yeah,
There's a lot of
I
good
love
ones.
that movie.
Yeah.
I know.
I haven't watched it in a long time. James keeps,
Movie's
he's like,
awesome.
what about Gone in 60 Seconds?
Oh,
I was like,
so good. James
It's really
Caan.
good. We're going to watch it.
I mean, not James Caan. Robert Duvall.
Yeah. I was
My
like,
bad.
do I remember that? It's been a while. Blues Brothers. I went a couple classic ones here that just the sheer amount of wreckage that they create is just fantastic.
World
The
record.
French Connection, another one going under the
Yeah, I don't
elevated
remember it
lines.
that well.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've seen it. I remember it. The engines are like roaring in your ear and they're going really fast in between the cars under like the L train. And it's pretty great. And then I had Bullet number 2 and I had Ronin number 1. Sick Paris car chase with Robert De Niro driving, and I can't remember her name, but the lady, the love interest from Truman Show, she's the one driving. And
Laura Linney?
No, the actual love interest. And Jean Reno, the French guy, he's in the seat with is that his name? Leon the Professional? Okay.
Yeah.
He's in with Robert De Niro, and the two guys in the car with the other lady are Stellan Skarsgård and the guy who plays the High Septim in Game of Thrones with the tattered robes. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And he's in the Two Popes. He's that evil. He's an evil guy in one of those bad James Bond movies with Pierce Brosnan. I can't remember his name. He's in a lot of stuff.
He's in a lot. I wish I could pull that out right now.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. This is how Jack and I's brain works. We know where everybody's from, but we don't know anybody's name.
Or we'll we'll remember one really random person's name and nobody else's.
That happens too. Michael Bay, director of this movie, worked a lot with Jerry Bruckheimer and Don Simpson.
Jonathan Pierce.
Jonathan
Price.
Pierce. That's it. Good.
Price.
I was like, yeah, Pierce. Good job.
Close enough.
Worked a lot with, as we mentioned, two legendary action movie producers, Jerry Bruckheimer and Don Simpson. Debuted with Bad Boys. The Rock was his second movie, as we mentioned. I guess I had that in my notes and I should have waited. Wouldn't say he's super known for coherent, thought-provoking, layered prestige movies. He's known for explosions, car chases, action, and now Transformers.
Yeah, which is all of those things.
Right, all of them rolled up into one.
Armageddon, I think, has a good car chase. First one?
Yeah, the first one. First one's pretty good. Armageddon was another big one. Pearl Harbor, a little bit of a dud. Don't like that movie.
Well, when was the last time you seen it?
Since we watched it for the first time in our parents' that was, if you remember, I'm sure you remember, that was the movie we watched when our dad got surround sound.
Yeah,
he was like,
first
we gotta
movie
get a cool movie,
sound.
and it was Pearl Harbor, and I was like, sounds great, but I don't like it.
It was on at the cabin the day that Alex and I were leaving, and it was on TV. Are we doing
a Pearl Harbor revisionist theory?
No, but it was fun. I was thinking about this the other day actually in the last pod, because I was talking about some movie that I was watching on cable. Oh, it was Flight. And I was like, how many movies have I really watched on cable, with proper commercials, like since Flight, which was 7 years ago. And Pearl Harbor, we watched on cable with commercials at the cabin. Didn't finish it, but we were like, it was like never the same person in the room. And our father would be there.
Pearl Harbor?
Yeah, our father would be there, and I would be like, does he crash or something? And he would remember something, and then somebody would leave, and somebody else would come in, and I was like, did this happen?
We were also at the cabin flipping a while back, and Lily and I watched all of Dodgeball on TV with commercials, and she loved it. And I was like, this is... We're whatever I'm doing something right.
Yeah. Dodgeball's hilarious.
Then we went down to San Luis Obispo this weekend for Allie's graduation, which was really fun. And congratulations to Allie. She got her master's in engineering. Good job. It was funny. We were with Becky's whole family. It was great. Had a really good time. And then we went back to the hotel room, and I was flipping channels. I was like, oh, we can I was telling the kids, we could actually flip through and do the channel flipping movie watch thing. And I was so tired, and I fell asleep after 3 minutes, and they watched the end of Coco.
Nice.
So there's that story. Anyway, back to Michael Bay's career. So Pearl Harbor, Jack says it's pretty good. Bad Boys 2, pretty awesome. We talked about The Island the other week, and I don't know that I know that movie, and that's another Michael Bay movie. I still don't think I've seen it.
Adam texted me, and he just, out of nowhere, and he was just like, I love The Island. I guess he was listening to the episode.
I guess I should watch it.
And I said, you would love The Island.
We could do a Michael Bay episode at some point. I wouldn't have to watch many of his movies, but I would have to watch The Island, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And Ambulance, which came out a couple years ago and was apparently pretty sick.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Just throwing that out there. And then between Ambulance a couple years ago and basically The Island, it's been Transformers movies for 20 years.
Has he directed all?
He's directed he's directed a bunch of them, if not all of them. I was surprised because James likes the Transformers movies a lot, and so we've watched a bunch of them. And I was surprised being like, wow, he directed this one too. You'd think he'd go off and do something else, but so it's certainly most of them. I don't know if he directed the animated one that came out a few years ago, but that was actually pretty good. Just saying. Director flex is Jack, our guy Michael Bay. This is actually harder than I thought.
Yeah, I got 5.
I got 5, but
you go first.
All right, I'll go first. Explosions galore. Just like if something even touches a car, that car is exploding. You could whisper in a car's ear and it would explode.
Yeah, this is
Just
good
all
explosions.
over the place. Yeah. Getting Sean Connery. Just a really great get and kind of a cool tie-in to the James Bond thing because he's an old SAS.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they disavowed any knowledge of him, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
When he got captured, and he's been in prison when the movie starts. He's been in prison for 30 years. So just kind of a cool, like, oh, what if this was James Bond just trapped in a prison after they disavowed all knowledge of him. All the helicopter shots. There's a bunch. Got a little dizzying after a while. What?
It made my list.
Did it?
Yeah. It just make Alcatraz look so cool.
I wonder if this made your list. You said it would come up. The whole scene in the beginning where they're trying to defuse the bomb as the chemicals eating their suits. Just like that whole scene is a flex. Why is the chemical eating their suit? Why do they have to? By the way, I looked it up. If you inject atropine, I think they call it. I forget what they call it. The chemical into their heart to like atropine. To help them. If you don't have a medical professional on hand to do that, it pretty much kills you instantly. So just throwing that out there. Probably should have saved that for the questions section. And then
we got a questions section.
We got a questions section.
Good.
The editing during the car chase is just all over the place. I like it, as I said. I think that I haven't really heard any reasons why people don't like this car chase, but if I had to guess, that would be it because it's very fast paced. The music's blaring, and it's just like quick cuts and a lot of flexes during that whole thing. So that's probably what I would say next. So there's my list.
Russian Hill.
Yep.
I have the cast. Just the whole cast.
Yeah.
I mean, this is this guy's second movie. I mean, obviously he has money because it's a huge budget production. But even the one-liner dudes, it's just like that guy's in like 500 movies. Actually filming in San Francisco. Looks great. A lot of great locations.
Good. Yeah, they got the Palace of Fine Arts. The lighting.
It's very Hollywood and it's very intentional. But, you know, there are like, especially when you get to Alcatraz, there's like light coming through windows in interesting ways, and it's like moving, and, you know, helicopter light from somewhere is coming down, and it's just like lights everywhere.
Yeah.
I have the helicopter shots of Alcatraz, and I had choosing to do Humvee versus Ferrari for the car chase.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, that's good. That's a good one. That's really good. That's better than my editing thing. Where are we? That's it. Great. Let's take another quick break. We'll come back. We'll finish it off. We'll ask some questions, and we'll do some best quotes and scenes. Come right back. All right, we're back. Jack, I forgot to mention at the top of the podcast, the reason we're doing The Rock today is because it just had its 30th anniversary. We probably should have mentioned that. There's actually, we're not, I mean, not that we wouldn't just do The Rock, but but it is a 30th
anniversary. But I texted you, and we were like we were toying around with some other episode ideas, and I was like,
what can we sneak in before some of the bigger episodes?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just trying to get comfortable.
Yeah, you texted me, and like 2 days later, we're like ready to go.
Yeah.
So, love this movie. I got to be honest, I only watched half the movie for research.
I only watched half the movie, like, up until today.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
I wanted to get the whole thing in, but
yeah.
Then I was like, I got it, you know? It's all up here.
Well, it's long. Like, there's a moment where there was like an hour left, and I'm like, we're already like 30 minutes into The Rock. I don't remember.
Yeah, they got to do a whole bunch of stuff,
everything.
You know?
Yeah, I guess so.
There's a lot of missiles he's got to dismantle.
Yeah.
All right. Question section. There's a bunch. I have a bunch written down.
I
Feel free to add whatever you want.
I wish I had written.
They'll probably come up to you. Don't worry, I got a bunch. We already mentioned Ed Harris talking to his wife's grave in the beginning. Just like, come on. Also, the motive of the mercenaries, the former Marines.
Right.
Kind of dubious. We touched on it. Sean Connery gets a suite in the Fairmont really quickly for reasons that remain unclear to me. He's just like, yeah, I'll do it. I'll think about it. They're on the clock here. He's like, I'll think about it, but I want a suite at the Fairmont. They're like, cool.
No, but
cool,
he
Sean
says
Connery.
He'll do it when he agreed, like before the end of the interrogation scene. Like when Nick Cage goes in, he assigns the paper and everything. So he's like agreeing to do it. And they're already like, I mean, they're lying to him, but they're already granting him freedom. So you might as well just give him a suite at the Fairmont if he's going to help you.
I don't know. Seems they caged pretty quickly. They were all like, "Cool." The whole Carla in San Francisco storyline is a little far fetched to me. He straight up calls her like, I'm an FBI chemicals expert, and I got called to San Francisco for a quote unquote train. It's probably just a training exercise. I don't think so. Not when you get called to San Francisco on a minute's notice. And he's like, "Do not come to San Francisco." And she's like, "Oh no, we're not getting out of this.
She's feisty.
I'm gonna go. We're gonna get some clam chowder in a bread bowl." Sean Connery throws that dude off the roof while he's still attached to his arm by what looks like a shoelace, and then basically just walks out of the suite. And there's 8 FBI dudes in that suite, and he just walks out.
Yeah, Alex was like, "How did he get from the balcony to the elevator?" That's really don't
question.
tell you. He like walks one way. Exactly. It's just, and the other dude is already in the elevator and it's closed. Why hasn't it gone anywhere? Like the hairdresser guy,
right?
How did he get there so fast?
I don't know.
Also, what is the string?
Yeah, he finds it in the shower and he like pulls it out, but like, why is that string there? Maybe it's some sort of like fancy old shower
old shower thing. Alex was like, maybe it's like a clothesline.
Could be. Yeah, I don't know.
Or something. I should have looked that up.
I should have looked it up too. I just figured it was something in some old classic
hotel.
shower.
Literally growing up seeing this movie 20 million times, I'm always like, what is that? And I've never...
What is that?
Never investigated.
And how does it hold today. Warmack's arm in place? And not break? I don't know. During the car chase scene, Sean Connery crashes into 2 cars, which explode immediately, and then they quickly cut because the Humvee is like about to roll, and a telephone pole falls over. He's basically trying to create debris in the road so that people can't chase him. So 2 cars explode, telephone pole falls over, and he just drives away immediately. No problems.
Well, it is a Humvee. It's like a military
It is a Humvee,
grade,
but they had to do some quick cutting there because I noticed it was about to go over.
Yeah, I mean, should we do questions about the car chase now while we're on it?
Yeah, please. Let's go.
Okay, why does the cable car guy care so much about his cable car crashing? It's not his cable car. It's the city will have another cable car. There's billions of cable cars.
That's true.
I think I get that he would care about the people and kind of the idea, but he's
and
like...
the events, and like he almost died.
Yeah, right. I get that he would be upset, but he's like, man, I'm going to go get that guy. Where did he go? It's just like, why do you survived, dude? Like, you could have just died right now. You think you'd be
call
like...
your kids.
Yeah.
Tell them you love them.
Also, after that happens, Sean Connery's just gone. He just drives to the Palace of Fine Arts, and nobody's looking for him anymore. It's like the city is 7 by 7. 7 miles by 7 miles.
Where's all those helicopters that he's using to shoot? Let's get a couple of those on and get them on the Humvee. Not like a Humvee is a super inconspicuous vehicle.
Yeah. It's like, okay, this guy just crashed like 8 of our cop cars. What about the other 20 cop cars that you got? What about the other people in the police department?
Literally call everybody else.
This man is on the loose.
Everybody should be after this guy.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
like a mile away. House of Fine
Also,
Arts is
Humvees,
right there.
R.I.P. Humvees, they're not really a thing anymore.
No. What's the difference between a Humvee and a Hummer?
Don't know.
Okay.
Don't know if there is one.
That's good. Another good question on there. All right, that's all I got.
Apparently, VX gas does not melt your skin. It's just a nerve
That's
gas.
not surprising. I didn't even know that it was a real thing.
Yep. The jets that are carrying the bombs to blow up Alcatraz fly under the Golden Gate Bridge when they very easily could just fly over it. And I think it's
There's
like...
a lot of room there. It's a
read-
pretty tall bridge.
I actually read something that said that, like, the speed at which those jets would be going would cause a crash because the water would, like, come up. I didn't buy that, so I didn't want to say this in my...
I'm sure the Blue Angels fly under the Golden Gate Bridge.
I don't know. I think it said that, like, I don't think they do, actually. But it's just like, just fly over it. Why are you flying under it?
They're flexing.
I guess so. That should have been in director flexes. Okay, here's the big one. I got a bunch of them on this section. This is the section where they initially go under in the tunnels, and the furnace is doing the fire thing. He's got to roll through the fire thing. Okay, so assuming that there is really fire coming down at regular intervals that Sean Connery has to roll under, and he has the timing in his head, which is a big assumption. Like, it's been 30 years. How do you remember the timing? It's been decades. He has to now remember it in reverse because he's going the other way. I don't know. That's problem number one. More importantly, it's not a working prison anymore, so why would the fire trap be operational? You know, I'm assuming it's part of a furnace, but it's not a working prison anymore, so why is it on? That's number two. Here's the most important one. Sean Connery does all that. Okay, whatever. It looks cool. And he's like, don't worry, I'm going to open the door from the inside to let the team in. If he could do that, why would he have to roll under the fire in the first place? Why wouldn't he just open the door to escape Alcatraz? He opens it from the inside to let them in. But, like, if you could do that, just open the door and walk out when you're escaping Alcatraz. You don't have to remember the fire thing.
Literally never thought about that. I've seen this movie like 20 times.
That was my big thing. So, that last one I read somewhere years ago. So that's not a Josh original. Mm-hmm. But I can't take credit for that. But the rest of them are Josh originals.
Do you have more?
Nope, that's it. That was the big one.
The shootout where he throws the knife at the guy's neck and then he shoots the thing on the ceiling and it falls on the guy. How are the other guys not hearing this happen?
Pretty loud.
It's lots of guns. And it's
lots
like
of echoes.
I'm sure you would hear that on anywhere from Alcatraz on that island.
They probably heard it on
Guns
Fisherman's Wharf.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
They're right there. And then they run and they go get them.
Also, they have, like, surveillance set up. You know? Yeah. They, like, caught the Marines clicking that one little thing and it vibrated. Like, what if that was a rat, you know? There's, you know, it could be anything. And the whole team shows up, but, like, there's a whole shootout with grenades and things falling off the ceiling, and they're like, business as usual, man. That's a good one.
Nick Cage is on the roof with the green balls. And one of them falls. And is in danger of falling off the roof down who knows how far of a drop it could happen.
Yeah.
He is so scared about it falling that he lays down 50 more green balls onto the cement, jumps up, and then slams his hand on the green ball to grab it before it falls off into open air. He's not inside, it's open air, and it's going to fall far.
Away from people.
Away from people.
On the ground.
On the ground. Far away. Off of a roof. If anything, it's going to hurt one of the bad guys that's down there trying to get him.
Right.
Just let it go, dude. Like,
just let it go.
Minutes later, he shoves one of those green balls into a man's mouth and collapses it and has to save himself with a thing. What happened to the carelessness of,
you know? Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I got.
Pretty good. There's a good amount of questions in this movie. That makes me think of there are very famous director's commentary about Armageddon with Ben Affleck. And for those who haven't seen it, I'll
He's
just
like
give
drunk
a quick...
in it.
Who, Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck is like drunk while doing it.
I actually haven't heard it, but he basically says, like, why are we training people who can work drills to fly up into space rather than astronauts to work the drills? It's not like drills are, and Bruce Willis and the thing is like, my guys are the best, you know. But and then I guess Michael Bay was like, this, just shut up and read the script, you know. This is how we're doing it.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. So I imagine a lot of that went into this movie too. All right, best quotes. There's a lot. I went with some ones that I just really like, not necessarily some of the best. And you know, like "Welcome to the Rock," I put in Hell Yeah moments instead of best quote, which is probably that's the most famous quote of the movie. I assume that's on your list, but it's not on mine.
Welcome to the Rock?
Yeah,
is not on my list. No.
See, okay, there we're in. So that's probably the most famous quote of the movie, but it's not making either of our lists. All right, take it away, Jack.
So our 33-year-old chief of staff speaks up for 1 second. Ed Harris says, "Identify yourself." So I'm Chief of Staff Sinclair. Says, "Well, Mr. Sinclair, you probably got no fucking idea what I'm talking about. By your 9th birthday, I was running black ops into China, and my men were responsible for over 200 enemy kills. Now, someone put rigging tape over Mr. Sinclair's mouth. He's wasting my time." Just rips him apart.
It's incredible.
Stanley and Clara, he just finds out that she's pregnant. He said, "Well, I meant it at the time." "Stanley, you said it 7.5 seconds ago." "Well, gosh, kind of a lot has happened since then." Great line delivery.
That made my list.
Classic Nick Cage.
Gosh, a lot's happened since then.
Yeah.
It's so good. I had that on my list.
That is the coming of the next wave of Nick Cage roles. "I can't cut off anyone's ball sack with trimmers, can I?"
That's good. The
They're like,
hairdresser says that.
No,
right? Oh no, that's Sean Connery.
Sean Connery says it when they're like, you can't cut his hair with shears.
You're right. My bad.
"My blueprint was in my head. I was underground for 3 days in the dark, just waiting for the ties to be right. But don't worry, it'll come back to me." Alex really liked that one too. She thought it was hilarious. He just out of nowhere, "I was underground for 3 days in the dark." "All right, mister. I won't say nothing. I never saw you throw that gentleman off the balcony. All I care about is, are you happy with your haircut?"
Are you happy with your haircut?
And then this is a nice one, but I like when he says, you're almost the only evidence I have that exists. You're almost the only evidence that I exist," when he says that to his daughter. It's a good line.
That's a good line.
Same scene. Nick Cage comes and gets him out of a sticky situation. "Well, gee whiz, John, I guess we gotta go get going." Well, that's all I have. Huh. What do you got?
I got a bunch. "I'd take pleasure in gutting you, boy." That's what someone says to Nick Cage, and then Nick Cage starts saying it over and over again.
Yeah,
and another glimpse
of
the turn that Nick Cage's career is going to start happening.
Yeah. He's losing it at that moment in the movie.
Yeah. "Look, I'm a biochemist. Most of the time, I work in a glass jar. I live an uneventful life. I drive a Volvo, a beige one. But what I'm dealing with right here is one of the deadliest substances the world has ever known. So why don't you cut me some frickin' slack?" Yeah. I drive a Volvo, a beige one.
A beige one. Yeah.
It's really good.
That's when the foot's twitching.
Yeah. When Connery confronts Ed Harris kind of towards the end of the movie.
So good.
They're going back and forth, and Ed Harris says, "The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants." Whoa.
Thomas Jefferson.
Deep. Yeah, Thomas Jefferson.
And then he comes back with an Oscar Wilde quote.
Oscar Wilde, yeah. Pretty good. I don't know if I believe that necessarily. I mean, it's different when Thomas Jefferson says it, but...
Yeah, he was a slave owner.
That's true. The words came out of my mouth, and I was like, well, I'm going to get busted for that one. Thank you, Jack, for saving me.
Sorry.
No, you're right.
Oh, yeah. Ow. My leg
we talked about, well, gosh, a lot's changed since then. That was a good one. I don't remember the actual quote, and I remembered this right before we got on. So I'm going to butcher this a little bit, but it's mostly the end of the quote. So the guy, before Sean Connery goes and confronts Ed Harris, he's doing it because Ed Harris is holding a gun to a guy's head. And I forget what the guy's name is. But so I'm just going to say, so Nick Cage goes, what about the hostage head?
Oh.
Sean Connery just gives him a thumbs up. And Nick Cage is like, okay, what does that mean?
And we do that all the time. Alex was out of the room for a second. I had to be like, she was like, that sounds exactly like Josh. I'm like, yeah, because we just like say that all the time.
There's a lot of, that's true. There's a lot of things that we say that we've watched in movies.
We don't even know what it comes from.
I don't even remember what it's from until I watch the movie.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Like right when he did the thumbs up, I was like,
your best.
This is a good one.
Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen. Carla was the prom queen. Really?
So good.
There's a little bit of horny Connery in that, really.
Oh, definitely.
Really. I'm intrigued.
Well, I think it's more like respect.
I think it is too, but there's like a 8%. Okay. Yeah. Prom queen.
I just realized I didn't put the number one quote on.
Well, my number one quote is very personal to me because Tim Silva loved this. It's right when he breaks the glass.
Yeah.
This is it for you too?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that's obviously the number one. I just didn't even include it in my list.
Yeah, so Sean Connery breaks through the interrogation glass. He sticks his head through the thing and goes, Womack! Why am I not surprised? You piece of shit. And then all throughout high school, Tim and I were just, Womack!
Yeah, definitely.
It's just really great.
Every time he says Womack, honestly, it's just great.
It's the best. And some of these things are just for you and me and Tim Silva, Jack. Yeah. That's okay.
I'm here for it.
All right, let's wrap it up. Best scenes. What do you got? Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I don't know how many I have here.
I have 7.
The showdown in the shower room.
Wow.
Pretty gnarly.
I had it higher. I love it.
The haircut scene.
Yeah, the haircut scene. Yeah,
the whole Fairmont hotel scene.
Yeah, I had Sean Connery gets a haircut. We're 2 for 2 so far. That's great. He throws the guy out the window. All those stupid FBI agents are just like chowing down on free food. Sean Connery's playing those dudes like a fiddle.
Yeah, it's great. Pulling ropes out of nowhere. We don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
The quarantine scene.
Drop the gun or I drop your boss.
Yeah.
And then the guy Womack, he comes up and he's
don't.
Like, that's what Nick Cage says. But they finally pull Womack back up, and they're like literally saving his life. And he goes, "Watch my fucking arm, you fuckhead!" Something like that. But he finishes.
There's a lot of really good cursing in this movie.
Really good fuckhead. That you don't hear that too often.
No. The poison gas scene, quarantine. With the baby.
The first one with the with the baby doll. Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
Yeah, really good. I was like, poison. There's a lot of poison gas scenes.
Yeah, true. Is that the same poison gas?
No, I tried to even listen for that this time. I don't think they say it.
Breaking out of the cell in Alcatraz when he's telling the story, and he's like,
"Yep, really good scene."
But how did you get out of the, It's that long. I understand that you went down here and you had to do this, but how did you get out of your cell? Then he gets him out of the cell. It's awesome.
Yeah, it was really good.
The hostage scene with the thumbs up.
Yeah.
He does the thumbs up. He does the thumbs up back. Then he walks down the corridor and all the people are like, get us out. And it's playing the little pipe whistle music and it's super epic. And then it's just Ed Harris versus Sean Connery going back to back. It's awesome.
Which is basically why we showed up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The mutiny.
The mutiny.
Everybody yelling at each other. And kind of into the whole last set piece. I guess I'll just call that one scene. But the mutiny specifically. But then I just love the way that they wrap it up. Because it gets to a point, like right before the mutiny, where I'm like, all right, we're doing a lot of running around this island. Like, let's wrap it up. And then they wrap it up, and it's still pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's great.
And number one, I have the car chase.
Car chase, yeah.
And really little additive, I really like the scene between him and his daughter right after the car chase.
It's really good.
It's really emotional. And it's cute.
I didn't put it on my list, and I think I regret not doing it. It's a good scene.
It's a good little cap to the car chase.
Yeah. Kind of slow down a little bit, because this movie's at a breakneck pace.
Yeah.
Like, we are just going. They only have a couple moments where you really slow down, and that's a nice one. It's also a nice one. I really like, this didn't make my list, but I really like Nick Cage and, what's her name, Vanessa Marcel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have really good chemistry, and I'm kind of surprised she didn't become a little bit more of a bigger movie star.
Yeah,
I know she did a lot of TV work, but I would assume if she wanted it, it was there, because that scene was really good. All those scenes were really good. They had really good chemistry.
1996,
all right.
1996 Vanessa Marcel, man. It's okay.
Formidable.
MVP.
Yeah, formative is what I meant to say. Couldn't even think straight.
Yeah.
What do you got? Trouble. Connery turns himself into Ed Harris. We talked about it. Really good. That's why we showed up. Sean Connery gets a haircut. We talked about it. The interrogation scene when we first meet Sean Connery. Love that scene. Womack!
You piece
The mutiny,
of shit.
we talked about it. The scene in the tunnels with the carts on the tracks.
Yeah.
And then he's hanging upside down. You know, they get separated for a minute. You know, Nick Cage gets his first kill, I think, in that scene.
You know, Alex was like, oh, now Sean Connery is the one hanging from a rope. And I was like, I have never thought about that before.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Crucially, not from his shoulder. Also, are those things really under... That should have been in the questions section. Are those things really under Alcatraz?
I don't know. I was like, are we in the Goonies right now? Like,
yeah,
this
is
whole
this
thing,
Temple of Doom?
Yeah, it's
What's
crazy.
happening?
We just switched movies?
Are we in Gringotts right now?
Yeah, can we go to Alcatraz and check this out?
Have you ever been?
Yeah.
I've never been.
You are the person. I was talking about it.
I'm the person that's never been.
I was like, it might be Josh. And she's like, no, everybody goes to Alcatraz on their 7th grade field trip. That's crazy. You should go.
Yeah, we never went on the field trip, and now it's just like, I saw The Rock, you know?
Pretty cool.
I get it. Yeah,
I bet it is. You go in the
is.
cell. It's like a thing.
The car chase.
Yes.
Car chase is good. That's my number 2. My number 1 is the shower scene. It's awesome. It's pretty violent. It's not pretty violent. It's extremely violent.
It's rough.
Michael Biehn is cooking in that scene. He is going for. He's doing his Oscar piece. He's
he's the good guy.
Yeah, he's the captain.
Yeah.
General, we all know why you're here. God knows I agree with you. We've spilled the same blood in the same mud. Hell yeah, Michael Biehn.
Yeah.
He's also
That's a really good scene.
Johnny Ringo in Tombstone.
And
he's in Aliens. And he's in Terminator. He's in all kinds of stuff. The first one, yeah.
Is he John Connor?
No, he's the guy that gets sent back to help Sarah Connor instead of Terminator. They sent, Arnold was bad in the first one, obviously. And then the thing that they send, instead of sending another machine back, they send Michael Biehn back. Forget his name in the movie. I haven't seen that one in a long time.
It's hard to watch. I thought he was John Connor. I thought he was his son.
No, he dies in the movie. I think
really?
I think he ends up being
I haven't seen the Terminator,
John Connor's father, if you know what I mean. I don't.
They hook up.
I don't know if that's ever confirmed. What?
They hook up.
They hook up. Yeah, I don't know if that's ever been confirmed. Like I said, I'm not a big scholar on the first Terminator. I'm a big scholar on the second Terminator. So I just every time I get the inkling to watch a Terminator, I just watch the second one.
Well, you know what I thought about putting Terminator 2 on my car chase list.
That's a good one. Yeah, I didn't think of it either.
His name is Kyle
The Rock,
Reese.
Jack.
His character's name is Kyle Reese.
In Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Rock.
It's just, yeah, The Rock. Just awesome. Just
30 years. 1996.
Just high on the ass kickery level.
Yeah.
On the ass kickery scale. Really good.
Yeah. And it's like I was saying, it's like kind of long. And it's moving the whole time.
I was going to say, yeah, it's very fast paced, even though the end total is long. And I don't really know what I would cut out.
No.
I like the ending too, where they
Me
go
too.
to the church and they find out all the secrets. Sean Connery gives them the location of all the secrets. You want to know who shot Kennedy?
You want to know? Yeah. Yeah. I called that line.
Should we do JFK next?
Ooh. I'm down.
That would have to be like a 3-part episode. That movie is loaded.
There's a lot to unpack there, especially the director's cut.
Which is the only one I have. I don't
Same.
know if I've ever seen the theatrical cut.
Same. Maybe on TV back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day, yeah. Before I knew what was going on.
Yeah, right. Who's Joe Pesci playing?
Anyway, The Rock. Congratulations to Michael Bay on this masterpiece of action kick-assery in the 90s.
Nice sophomore performance. Good job.
Yeah, really good job. Thanks for jumping on with me, Jack. It's kind of late.
Yeah. This was fun.
And then we're heading up to the cabin in a few days, and maybe we'll record one while we're up there. We don't know what we're doing yet, so I don't know if that's true.
Bang one out.
And then we got Nolan coming up. We've mentioned it. We got sci-fi coming up. We've mentioned it. We got to get those going fairly quickly, and then we have to do our top 5 of the year. So far.
One of the guys I know from the company that we cater to was like, he knows that we have a pod and I think has tuned in before. And we were talking about Disclosure Day, but then we started talking about something else, and then he just randomly was like, "You gonna do a pod on aliens? Like in general?" It's like, yes. In a couple weeks.
Oh, brother. Set your
Good
watches.
call. Yeah.
It's coming. Not on Aliens, the movie or the franchise,
in general.
just Aliens in general. Okay,
Yes.
great. Yes,
Yeah.
The answer is yes. Soon to be coming out. Probably within a month. We'll have that out. We got a schedule with Jason.
Part 2 of sci-fi.
Poor guy. We keep being like, "Don't worry, we're gonna do it. We just thought of another idea. We're gonna do The Rock this week."
Yeah, but he's usually also like, I gotta start crunching tape. We're giving him time.
Well, we're giving him time. Yeah, he's seen all these movies. It's fine. I still have a couple movies for Aliens that I have to get to. I never saw that Scarlett Johansson one. Never saw that.
Ooh, that's good.
Under the Skin, I think it's called. Everybody really likes that movie. But anyway.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. Thanks, Jack.
Yep.
You're freezing a little bit. I'm going to assume you can still hear me. And
you're freezing too. Our computer's tired.
Thank you for joining me. Thanks, everybody, for listening. It was a lot of fun, and we will see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.
Peace.